What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Now, I know it is late. It is currently almost 10 o'clock here at the shop. Cause to show y'all, we got everything straightened out, everything lined up. We're not gonna walk in the shop, but the hot country is gone. Without saying goodbye to the hot country, but they're about to make money with the hot country. Yes, we have a hot shop business, but that's neither here nor there. We're getting the shop all closed up. We do leave Wednesday. I'm going to a wedding. My boy Corey is getting married. Congratulations, brother. I can't wait to celebrate you and your wife, Molly. Can't wait to get there. But looking forward, we have White Mamba. So, guys, we did get White Mamba back today. It has been at O'Brien's Diesel. Shout out to my guy, Dustin. Always taking care of me. Always getting me in. Always doing things very fast and efficient. The truck has been at O'Brien's Diesel the past month and a half. So the rear end of White Mamba is completely rebuilt. Yukon gears, everything aftermarket. The reason being, the guy I bought the lift off of a couple years ago, well, last year, because y'all know I built this truck here at the shop. The truck always leaked rear diff fluid. So took it to Seattle, Abe kind of fixed it a little bit. It stopped leaking for a little bit, then it started back leaking. So I waited after the season, got it back down to O'Brien's. And the reason this rear end was leaking because I guess they put the wrong yoke on the axle. So the yoke was binding up into the rear axle seal, into the pinion seal on the axle, which was causing it to grind it up, basically chew up the side of the seal, which was causing it to leak. And then there was an issue with like the gears and everything. So it was a whole big mess up. So we did it the right way. We rebuilt the whole rear end in the truck, completely rebuilt. As you can see, new yoke, like I said, new gears, new everything. I drove it all day today, sitting on the trailer for the last 2 hours. Truck has no leaks. Also, shout out to Bodyguard. Bodyguard came through with a set of custom bumpers. You can see it does have my logo in the bumpers. I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of iffy on the bumpers, but after getting the truck back, because, well, let me say this. Everything I have aftermarket bumpers. So I kind of like the stock factory look that I had on the 5th gen on White Mamba here. But after putting these bumpers on, it completely changed the look of the truck. It looks great, but we'll save the rest for when the truck gets to Seattle. Yes, I'm not taking it. Like I said, I'm going to Corey's wedding. I also have a reveal on the vehicle that I'm driving to Corey's wedding, which I went and purchased. But my brother is taking the truck. Now, y'all know I don't ship vehicles because the last time I shipped the vehicle, insert photo. Light it up and watch it burn. That's what happened to the 1st gen. Yes, the 1st gen got burnt down a couple years ago. So I've always took the 40-hour drive myself. He's gonna get it all there, get it all delivered nice and clean. Yeah, we'll have more about White Mamba. I'm sorry, guys. Here in a few days, once I transport back to Seattle and get myself back, get settled in. So stay with us. And like I said, I know it's late, but I had to get y'all something. We'll see y'all with White Mamba in Seattle. All right, guys, so White Mamba has made it here to Seattle. As you can see, before I get into everything else, White Mamba is without a wheel. Yes, so that's why we have the jack, that's why we have these tires, because the house kind of sits on a little bit of incline. But yes, White Mamba was out of wheel. We were driving the truck. I've been driving the truck since I got it back here for the first 3 weeks of camp. And went to the grocery store the other day, left the grocery store, got home, jumped out the truck, and all I hear is tss. I'm like, which is obviously air. Duh. Air. So my first instinct is that an airbag popped on the truck. I'm like, oh my God, just replaced all these airbags last year. A little bit confused. So I get out, and via the airlift app, it tells you if there's a leak on your bag. So I'm like, there's no leak on my bag. So I get out, walk around, just double check, make sure that wasn't messed up. There was no leaks on the bags. So I'm walking around, like, one thing it could be is the tires. I get to that tire, and I'll insert a clip. Big truck down, y'all. It's over with. I guess you say I've been driving a little too much since I got back to Seattle. Somebody had something in the road, and I guess caught the tire. But and where me and Josh walked out and looked at it, and there was a metal rod like stuck in the tire. How far in, I don't know, but shout out to my guy Abe. He's getting that handle for me as always. Appreciate you. But let's move forward and get into White Mamba. All right, guys. So the last time you saw White Mamba, Last thing we had done was the kit, right? The lift and everything. Took the truck back home. We did do a few more upgrades. So to start out, we did put in our fuel cell. Shout out to Elevate. This is a full custom, obviously full fuel cell, I'm sorry. As you can see, polished with the two-tone powder coat to match the rest of the truck. On that, at OBI, yes, at OBI. Shout out to Gooch. Gooch, you know I love you, brother. Gooch has done like 4 or 5 of my trucks. Gooch Customs. If you need him, get with him. He travels across the world nationwide. As you can see, he did some custom painting and pinstriping all over the truck. Goes all the way to the front, kind of like design that he did. Kept the two-tone. Did exactly what I wanted. As you can see, it is here on the bed. I mean, on the tailgate as well. So that was the next thing on White Mamba, was obviously getting the pinstriping or paint, you know, however you say it, done. Okay, fast forward, bodyguard, boom. Now, we had these bumpers since...
I'm taking.
LST. So they shipped them out to us, got us to it pretty quick. We got them powder coated, got them done. But we had a couple shows to where we didn't have time to get the bumpers on. So, fast forward, after OBI, we dropped the truck off at O'Brien Diesels. I told y'all before, to get the axles and all that stuff done. And they threw on the bumpers for us. Yes, Dustin does it all. If you need Dustin out of Gulfport, Mississippi, O'Brien Diesel, hit him up. That's my guy. Moving forward, I kind of don't know where I want to go with the truck. Love the truck. Really don't want to sell it. Obviously, as you guys know, especially here in Seattle, we got Hard Knocks here this year. So the truck has been like a main feature in Hard Knocks. If you haven't watched it, go watch it on HBO. I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty sick. They're showcasing us, what we're doing on the field, how we are as a team, but also our personal hobbies outside of ball. So I think that's huge. I think that's legit. So the truck is like a star right now. Everybody's loving it. I drive to the games. Haven't drove to the game yet, but drove to the mock game last year, mock practice, and everybody's loving the truck. It's freaking insane. It's pretty cool. So I really don't know where I want to go with the truck now. I do have a custom air setup plus horn kit from Pools. I do have that. I know we are going to throw that on. My next big question for you guys is, where do we go with interior? Obviously, you know, in the DH1 truck, we do have custom interior. We have sound, we have audio, we have all the things. So I really did want to go that route with this truck just because I drive it so much. I drive it every day. I drive it all the time. I didn't know if that's something I really wanted to do. So let me know on that aspect of it. And then my next thing is the wheels. I don't know where we should go on the wheels. With this wheel setup, I love the boggers, but I also love driving my vehicle. So I don't know if boggers is the most sufficient and most road-worthy tire. I mean, if you know you on boggers, you know they ride kind of crappy. So I'm thinking about getting off of this, going from a 28 to a 30 inch American Force and a 44 Fury. I think that is my next step. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys like. Again, please continue to give me feedback and details on White Mamba, what you want to see, where you want to grow. I mean, we can do a freaking blow through. We can do a best setup, whatever you guys want. I think I have everything that I want done. Now it's time to get you guys ideas to incorporate into the build, what you want to see. Obviously, you know I love you guys. I interact with y'all. So please, please, please give me feedback. Let me know what you want with White Mamba. And you never know. You just may see what you want or your opinion on the truck, in the truck, you know, whatever the case may be. But we love you guys. I know it's a short video. It's not pretty long. I'm swamped right now. I've been to camp. Don't know which day of the week it is. We're going, 12, 13 hours a day. But again, you know, guys, that is my main objective, is to play the game of football. This is secondary to that. Also, I try to make time for you guys as well. But as you know, that's my main focus for the next 8 months out of the year. I love you guys. I appreciate it. We'll have more info. Again, let me know what you want to see. We're probably going to buy another vehicle. Yes. Now, in turn of buying that, we will have to sell a couple things. Because I can't just keep buying vehicles. Ronnie been on my butt. Shout out Ronnie. Ronnie's my financial advisor. So we'll have to let a couple things go in order to get this next thing that I really want. Not too much into it because I want to keep it a secret. I want to keep it a surprise. But I love you guys. I don't want to talk your ear off. I love you. I appreciate you. And we'll see you in the next one.